Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is HD Starcraft, and I am back for the fifth and final game of this incredible set. We have Scarlett, under the name Toss Imba, as the Blue Zerg player at the top left-hand corner. I've been calling her Toss Girl by mistake all series long, so I do apologize for that. She is the Blue Zerg at the top left-hand corner, and in the bottom right-hand corner we have Star Tail Bomber as the Red Terran. This has been a great games that I've been able to cast so far, and Bomber has lived up to his reputation, as has Scarlett. I mean, Scarlett has taken out Bomber 2 games in this set. It is tied up right now, but that last game was really just like watching art. She was able to stand toe-to-toe with a late-game Bomber. Jaedong couldn't even muster that together. And it just goes to show that, yes, you can deal with Marine Widow Mine. You gotta, I guess, it's not about going up to Ultras or Tier 3. If you can get a critical mass of mutas, and, more importantly, you keep the mutas alive, you don't let them go down, then you're in business. And look at this. Bomber is gonna go for a proxy barracks. What in the hell is going on here? And he is going to go for proxy barracks now. I don't think Scarlett saw it with this Overlord. I don't think she even knows this is coming. And this is like super in-your-face proxy. I mean, sometimes you'll see them build it in the middle of the map, but no, this is like literally right here. Now, these Marines will have to walk around the rocks, around this little chasm, to get into the main base. Now, this is pretty interesting. Now, obviously, once Scarlett gets into the main base, she's going to know something is up. Gas mining, no barracks. All right, you're doing something funky here. And this drone, I mean, I think Scarlett right now got to be more worried about finding what's going on inside the Terran base. Rather than killing off SCVs that are mining gas, she's not paying attention to the fact that there's no buildings around here. And I think at some point she's going to have to, she doesn't want to lose this drone. She's got to wander around here and find out, hey, there's nothing building in here. That means you're proxying me. And I guess at this point she's got to have realized, okay, something weird is going on here. She's going to try to get the drone back into the main base, but that SCV threatens to kill it. And now I think she realizes, hey, there's something weird going on. You're making gas. You don't have any buildings. Yeah, man, there's a proxy barracks over here, and it is going to build proxy Reapers. Wow, yeah, I haven't seen a build like this since the days of original Wings of Liberty, and the reason for that is because Reapers are so nerfed now in terms of doing damage, but this is old school proxy cheese Terran. He's gonna go for a bunker, and if this Reaper gets inside the bunker, it is gonna be serious problems here for Scarlett. She's gonna need a spawning pool and build a spine crawler right now. Looks like she's gonna build a spine crawler. No, she's not. This Reaper continuing to do damage. The bunker is erected, and this bunker separates the natural and the main base. Oh my god, that Reaper needs to get in the bunker, and it looks like it is going to get inside, but those Zerglings are going to surround, and that is going to be serious issues there. That bunker is going to try to get salvaged, but is not salvageable in time. However, 2 Reapers are here now with a 3rd Reaper on the way. Unfortunate right there for Bomber that he wasn't able to keep the bunker alive, because had he been able to, that would have been serious issues for Scarlett. But now there are 2 Reapers over here, very early Reapers with a 3rd Reaper on the way. What will these Reapers be able to do? He's got to be careful though, because the problem with Reapers is they just don't do as much damage as they used to. They do have their ability to regenerate out of combat, but that is about it. 3rd Reaper now on the way, 4th Reaper being constructed. You can see Bomber hasn't given up on this despite losing the bunker, but you know, the longer this goes on, the less likely it'll be able to really do anything effective, because to be quite honest with you guys, Queens are very good against Reapers, and while, you know, Reapers regenerate out of combat, Queens regenerate period, although maybe not as fast as a Reaper does. And you can see here, all that Scarlett really needs to do is build a spine crawler. If she builds a spine crawler, then these Reapers are done for. But she's not even bothering to do that, because I think she realizes, I don't need to build a spine crawler. I'm okay defending here against these Reapers without, you know, investing into any defenses. You can see that Queen nearing death, but easily transfused by another Queen. A Marine now being produced by Bomber. So Bomber is going to actually build a few Marines now. I think at some point he might just want to give up on this proxy barracks though. And yeah, there we go. He's going to lift it up and bring it back home. 4 Reapers now flying over into the main base. You can see that now Scarlett knows that the proxy barracks is gone, so she knows that the harass is going to end now. It won't be reinforced by additional forces, and so she can just drone up. She's actually building 5 drones right now, but she also still has to defend against these 4 or so Reapers. 3 drones have gone down already, nothing too serious. And I think that Scarlett has come out ahead here in this game, despite the cheese from Bomber. You know, it's a big investment, and it did not pay off huge dividends for the Terran player, now reinforcing the Reapers with Hellions. So we'll see what happens now, adding in a little bit of fire element, and maybe Bomber will be able to get some damage done with that. But these Queens have really just been a great defense for Scarlett, and now I think she realized, okay, you know what, let's just build a Spine Crawler. I don't want to lose the 5th and final game to something stupid. I'm going to build a Crawler, and that is going to pretty much shut down this harass. And I like the strategy from him, but from her. But look at this, we have a Banshee. Cloak is on the way here from the starport, and Bomber has not given up. He's gonna go for additional, I guess, cheesery, if you will, although at this point it's not really cheese. He's just gonna go for a Cloak Banshee, and this is something you don't really expect to see. And if the Cloak Banshee can make its way through and do some damage, I mean, that can be a huge difference maker, although it also can be hugely detrimental for Bomber if he doesn't get the damage done that he needs to do with that Cloak Banshee. He is so far behind in this game because he foregoes, you know, Marines and Widow Mines, all his upgrades that he needs to play a macro game. So he'll be in big trouble if this Banshee doesn't pay off big for him. And, you know, he is producing the Banshee now. He's actually on 3 bases himself. So one thing I've got to say going well for Bomber is, despite him going for a very unorthodox army, he's been able to keep up with macro. He's on 3 bases, whereas he's been able to limit Scarlett to only 2 hatcheries. And that is one thing that's going to work pretty nicely here for Bomber. Even if his, I guess, even if his Banshee doesn't do too much damage, he'll still have that extra base advantage here. We'll see what happens. That Banshee, I believe, is about to hit the skies here. Actually, it's already in the skies. Cloak is about to finish up. A second Banshee on the way, and here we go. Will he be able to do any serious damage here? It looks like the Overlord is going to see the Banshee, but it doesn't know that Cloak is researched. And Bomber, once he uses the Cloak, he's going to have a limited amount of time to do some serious damage. Spore Crawler is on the way too. So yeah, with Spore on the way, unlikely that this Banshee will be able to maybe, you know, really accomplish all that much. But he's going to try to limit the drones here as much as possible. Going to get 3 drone kills, maybe a 4th, maybe a 5th here. And got to maneuver his way behind the Spore Crawler. But there is an Overseer coming in now. So yeah, that Banshee gets some little damage done, but nothing too serious, and the Banshees are going to fly away. So that Spore Crawler is going to get down there to help defend. It looks like Bomber here has moved most of his ground troops over to this pocketing area expansion. He's going to be able to roast up a lot of Zerglings. I don't know why he's not attacking, though. What the heck is he doing? And wow, lost opportunity there. I really thought if he had... rather than try to run behind the mineral lines, which I think he was trying to take cover behind the you know, the minerals and the gas, and then roast up the Zerglings from there. I think if he just stood his ground and maybe did a little stutter step firing, he would have been able to kill off most of those Zerglings. I think a lost opportunity there from Bomber, but he is going to kill off a hatchery. No cancel from Scarlett. So I guess that works out pretty well for him. Meanwhile, though, some SCVs have been raided by these Zerglings running over here, but the Marines are in position to help defend, and Bomber makes a stand there. Very nice job. Meanwhile, the 2 Banshees on the way out, they were able to kill off a hatchery. So at the end of the day, if you look at the units lost, it's still pretty close, and Bomber is ahead in supply right now, 96 to 75. So I think he might be up a little bit here in this game because he was able to kill off the 3rd hatchery. He's been able to keep Scarlett, most importantly, on 2 bases rather than allowing her to get the 3rd base, which of course means a 5th and 6th gas. So we're not going to be seeing all that many mutas here, although they are on the way. 5 mutas being produced right now, along with centrifugal hooks. And yeah, he is going to make mutas, but it is going to be a little bit delayed and not nearly as powerful. As her previous Muta army in Game 4. And now Bomber here reinforcing his Banshees with Marines. One of those Banshees is very close to dying. It is a Corporal. Should be brought back home for repairs, I believe. But we'll see what Bomber decides to do with that. Now transitioning into Marine Widowmine, which is his staples Terran versus Zerg strategy. Getting 2-2 as well. Actually, that is 2-1. As the Zerg army is getting 2-2, you can see that is one of the reasons, you know, if you go for this kind of cheesy opening, you are going to limit yourself in the mid to late game, because you can see his upgrades have fallen behind. He doesn't have everything that he would like to have at this point. He should be working on 2-2. The Zerg army is in fact about to finish up 2-2. Sorry there, I had a bit of a recording issue. Anyways, it looks like Bomber is going to be launching an attack here with his Marines. And as I said before, he's got to worry about those 2-2 upgrades that are finishing up a little bit quicker for Scarlett. And it looks like he's going to be forced to get out of there. Although one big edge he's got is he was able to kill that hatchery earlier on. Looks like he's going to save these Marines for now. But more mutas and Zerglings are coming in, and they're going to look to clean up this party, making sure that they do not return and cause more issues later on in the game. And every time you can kill off Marines and medevacs like this, it's a great benefit as Zerg. But it looks like we have another medevac coming in here for Startail Bomber. He's got 2 Widow Mines and 4 Marines unloading out. There is a Spore Crawler that's maneuvering into position, but the mines are going to get underground. Yes, they will. And they're going to start to detonate all over this army, but there is a Spore Crawler there. And once that Spore Crawler, I don't know what's wrong with my computer, but once that Spore Crawler burrows down, which it is going to, those Marines, those Widow Mines are going to get taken out. So very nice play right here by Scarlett, cleaning up things and trying to get a little bit of momentum back on her side, because as I said before, anytime you lose a hatchery, it is debilitating. She will need to find a way to recover and get back in this game. And it looks like there's a big push here coming through the middle of the map. A lot of Marines and Widow Mines for Startail Bomber. And he's looking here to put some pressure on this 3rd expansion. First, he's got to clean up these creep tumors, though, and he's dropping out concepts right now just to do that. Got the supply edge right now, about 40 more supply than Scarlett. Just goes to show how much pain you can be put in when you're limited to only being on 2 bases for so long in the early stages of Zerg versus Terran. As Zerg, and here comes Scarlett. Looks like she wants to clean this up, dropping out some changelings, in fact, and then leading the way with Banelings and Zerglings. Will she have enough forces to clean through? It looks like she will, but reinforcements arriving for Startail Bomber. Their infantry has arrived, and it looks like these mutas are going to have to get the hell out of there. And that is a big problem for Scarlett. If she cannot start to sway this battle, it's basically watching a continual tug of war as the Terran continues to reinforce into the center of the map. If Scarlett cannot sway this battle in her favor, she is going to face a continuous pressure from these Marines. It will not stop. It will be relentless, and she will succumb to it unless she figures a way to stop it. And it looks like here comes Bomber once again. Scarlett gonna try to clean this up, but she doesn't have enough mutas or Zerglings or Banelings. Her queen is out and exposed. It is gonna go down, it looks like. Yeah, it's gonna die right on the ramp. Banelings trying to morph out as well. Comsat going down to reveal the creep tumors, but here comes the Zerglings and Banelings. Will Scarlett have enough to break through this time around? It looks like some of her Banelings are gonna get very good connections, and this is the breakthrough that Scarlett needed. She needs to go after those medevacs as well. If she can clean up these medevacs, that would be additionally helpful for her, but it looks like more Marines have reinforced that position yet again. And that's the problem. Every time as Zerg you think you clean through that Terran army, reinforcements come so quickly, and as for Zerg, you need to keep on top of your inject larva in order to stand up to that type of macro. Bomber's macro is just so sick. It looks like once again Scarlett gonna get a really good engagement surrounding those Marines, cleaning them up, and if she can get these medevacs, that would be absolutely great for her. More Marines standing between the medevacs and the mutalisks, and a ton of reinforcements arriving once again to save those medevacs. And of course they stim because they know that the medevacs are there to heal them, so they stim to get there in a hurry and save their flying supporters. And it looks like now Bomber going to be going up here. It looks like Scarlett going to try to break through these rocks. She has to break it down now in order to save this base. Widow Mine's getting burrowed down inside the choke point. Rocks have gone down so she can reinforce this expansion very quickly. Will she have enough forces to do so, though? The Terran army is pushing in. Baneling, one of the Banelings getting canceled, and here comes some Banelings. She's waiting for those Banelings to come in and connect. She will get some of the forces on the top side, but more Marines are on the bottom of that rock tower, and it looks like she's going to try to go after those medevacs. Medevacs picking up those Marines and bringing them behind the rock tower once again because they were stranded in front. Very nice control and micro from both of these players, and you can see how Bomber, that medevac is 1 HP. Bomber just doing everything within his power to slowly out micro and crush his opponent, and it looks like he's going to come in once again. Those mutas are going to fly in and snipe a medevac, almost picking off a second one as well. Widow Mine's detonating once again. Oh, that's a painful detonation. Those mutas are very low in HP now, and it looks like Scarlett is going to move in once again. Will she have enough forces to clean through this army? It looks like she will not. Those Widow Mines devastating the mutas, and the rock tower falls down as well, as if to say, GG. The rocks falling down. That is the final punctuation on this set of games. Absolutely brilliant set. and I hope you guys enjoyed those games. Anyways, guys, I have more games coming out for you guys in the near future, but for now, this is HD signing out.